I am Charles Darwin. Standing now in the vast hall of the Natural History Museum, the cool, solemn air seeps into my being. Through the glass display cases, I see specimens of the creatures I once encountered on my epic voyage. The preserved finches with their distinct beaks, and the strange-looking tortoises from the Galapagos Islands. These are the tangible remnants of my life's work, the physical manifestations of the ideas that would shape the very foundations of scientific thought. I stand here, lost in a reverie, as if I could still feel the salt spray of the ocean on my face and the heat of the equatorial sun on my back. In the early 19th century, the scientific world was dominated by the concept of fixity of species, a dogma that held that each species was created in its current form and remained unchanged over time. This was the prevailing orthodoxy, a view deeply rooted in religious and philosophical traditions. But I was driven by a different curiosity, a burning desire to understand the natural world through direct observation and empirical evidence. My journey on the HM Spiegel was a turning point in my life. For 5 long years, I traveled the globe, collecting specimens, making observations, and recording my thoughts in meticulous detail. The diversity of life I witnessed was staggering, from the lush rainforests of South America to the desolate shores of the Galapagos. It was on these isolated islands that I made some of my most significant discoveries. The variations in the beak shapes of the finches, for example, were a clear indication that they had adapted to different food sources over time. This was a radical idea at the time, challenging the established view of a static, unchanging creation. I began to formulate the theory of natural selection, a concept that would revolutionize biology. Natural selection, I proposed, was the mechanism by which species evolved over time. Those organisms with traits that were better suited to their environment were more likely to survive and reproduce, passing on those advantageous traits to their offspring. Over generations, this process led to the gradual change and diversification of species. It was a simple yet profound idea, based on the principles of survival of the fittest and descent with modification. When I finally published On the Origin of Species in 1859, it caused a storm of controversy. The scientific community was divided, with many rejecting my ideas as heretical and contrary to religious teachings. But the evidence was overwhelming, and slowly but surely, my theory began to gain acceptance. It was not just a scientific breakthrough. It was a paradigm shift, a new way of thinking about the world and our place in it. Now, as I stand here in this museum, I see the impact of my work. The specimens on display are not just dead artifacts. They are the witnesses to a revolution in scientific thought. But I also feel a sense of sadness. The world has changed so much since my time, and yet there are still those who resist the truth. The battle between science and superstition continues, and the struggle to protect the natural world from the ravages of human activity is more urgent than ever. The museum lights begin to dim, and the silence of the night descends. I take one last look at the specimens, at the symbols of my life's work. My theory of evolution, with its far-reaching implications for biology, anthropology, and philosophy, has become an integral part of our understanding of the world. But it is also a reminder of the power of curiosity, the importance of evidence, and the need to challenge the status quo. My spirit is heavy with both pride and sorrow. Slowly, I turn and walk out of the museum into the night. Behind me, the legacy of my work remains, a testament to the power of scientific inquiry and the endless possibilities of human knowledge. The journey of discovery continues, and I hope that future generations will build on the foundation I have laid, exploring the mysteries of the natural world with an open mind and a relentless pursuit of truth.